You can just pause and say We Like Dota episode 45 starts now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But I want.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I know,
Why are
I
you
know.
getting so defensive? You're turning
Six.
into me here.
Yes.
You're turning into me.
We Like Dota is brought to you by our generous patrons. Find out how to help support the show at WeLikeDota.com and follow the links to the Patreon. We Like Dota episode 45 starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to We Like Dota. This is We Like Dota, the internet's casual Dota 2 podcast, and supposedly the internet's best noob-friendly Dota 2 podcast.
That's not coming from us, Brian.
From what our fellow Redditors in our subreddit have put in other subreddits.
Perfect. Okay.
We are the internet's friendliest Dota 2 podcast.
We try to be friendly. We try to be friendly.
Friendly and PG-13.
At times.
Jared just gave me the bird. So there you go, folks. We're so edgy. Yeah, I'm Brian Sabone-Yinger. Thanks for joining us.
As always.
The other man on the other end of the table here this evening is Jared Clyde Frog Pedersen. Hi, Jared.
Hey, Brian.
How's your week been?
It's been so great.
When did we record last?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, that's right.
Tuesday.
It's good to be back, and I was worried.
Almost into a norm.
Almost.
Almost.
Yes.
Sliding right back in.
I was worried about having enough stuff to talk about.
Yeah, just being 5 days old.
Yeah, but we
have a lot
we've
to talk
got
about,
a
Brian.
lot to talk about.
We've got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it, Jared. Let's
dive right in. Let's get right in there.
You know what's
Let's
coming
put
up
it right
next.
in. Brian, who did you play?
Jared, let me tell you who I played. I played some more
Audible.
Marana.
Of course. You always play Marana, man.
Yeah. I've been playing her in the kind of off-lane number 3 position now,
Okay.
which I really like her in that position, where I'll grab a bottle as soon as I can
Yeah.
and then just start roaming
Okay.
if our lanes are strong enough.
Yeah. So then kind of rotate somebody up, get some more levels.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. I
Yeah.
approve of that.
Yeah, it's really fun.
If you can do that, it's kind of the Cloud9 way of playing Dota, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Always utilizing lanes and always getting a lot of farm out of things.
Always doing
experience.
things.
Yes, always doing things.
Yeah, I like it because you can just spam arrow as much as you want, and if
yeah.
you have the rune control, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and if you throw out 10 arrows, you might hit 3 of them.
Yeah, that's about right. I've got probably about a 17% arrow hit rate.
But hey,
Some of the misses are impressive, though. I'll
Right.
say that.
Yeah.
Like I'll just make a field goal between two heroes.
she's so stinking hard to play, man.
Yeah.
I give you props.
It's not too bad.
Well, she's really hard to play well.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with that. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, and then I also played some Lone Druid. I
Oh.
finally worked up the guts to play
Yeah, you've been
Lone Druid in
you've been bot practicing that for months, brother.
probably 6 months.
Really, I didn't think it'd been that long.
Yeah,
That's a little embarrassing.
It's been a while. Well, not practicing, just doing a match here and there.
Okay.
It was okay. I led the team in deaths, which generally doesn't happen for me.
Yeah.
But with that said, I was able to get some kills, and this might just be me trying to make the best of a bad situation.
Sure,
But I think I created some space for our Phantom Assassin to farm up, because I kind of started to really push a lane pretty hard, and the other team started to really focus on me.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
And then the PA was just
I remember this game.
Yeah, the PA was like, "Oh, I'm just going to farm up."
And then
And then-
snowball.
and
then,
got 25 kills later, we win the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your carries, which is the idea.
Yes. So that's really about it. I haven't played a ton of Dota 2 this week. I haven't played a ton of video games this week.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I think this time of year is always deceptive, because I always think we're going to just be sitting around, enjoying the holiday season and all
Drinking
that.
Cocktails.
Drinking cocktails, sitting on our
eating
asses,
hors
having a
d'oeuvres.
good time, eating hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, salami and crackers.
Well, yeah.
So good.
Absolutely.
I
I always think of a shrimp cocktail around this time of
I
year.
hate that. I hate
How
it.
can you see? I'm not a big fan of seafood in general,
disgusting.
but I like shrimp cocktail.
It's disgusting.
You're nuts, man.
But it's always just so busy this time of year, and
Well,
I hate it.
It's what it is.
I mean, I like the holiday season. I mean, I just hate how busy it is.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Anyway, Jared, what about you?
Well, I've been playing a little bit more Dazzle.
Yeah, you have Dazzle. I'm playing Dazzle.
Dazzle. Just like my kind of, I guess, pro boyfriend, if you want to call it. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What?
The guy I have like a
What?
a big time crush on. You know,
Oh, okay.
the pro player that I have
Who's that? No Tail?
Puppy.
Oh, Puppy.
Always have Puppy.
Okay. We'll always have Puppy.
Yeah, but man, he played the crap out of Dazzle during the summit, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, I just really like him right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
He can offer so much to your stinking team.
well, he's such a good pick in like this current meta
Mhm.
that is kind of starting to unfold with auras and armor reduction, just like you
Right.
predicted, Jared.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I played a match on Elder Titan, which I love that dude. He's so much fun.
He seems like he would be in your wheelhouse.
Oh yeah. And then I've been trying my hand on Rubik, and it was interesting.
Yeah, Rubik.
Yeah,
Rubik is interesting for sure.
I felt like he's one of those heroes that can really change games, and so I thought
Yeah.
having somebody in our I don't know, group that plays him, it would be kind of a good idea. And so I thought, why not me?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Brian.
It doesn't seem like it would be a hero that's in your wheelhouse, but I can see it. I can see it working. It's an intelligence support,
Right.
and you like melee strength heroes.
Yeah.
Intelligence-based range hero.
Yeah. So it's a little different for me, but I tell you what, I had one absolutely terrible game, my first one. And then I had one quasi okay game.
Yeah. Well, and you were getting so upset with yourself in game 1.
Well, yeah.
I was like, Jared, you've never played Rubik before.
Yeah. It was a little rough.
You were a little
And it wasn't the
tough on
best
yourself.
Rubik game. I just wanted to play Rubik.
Yeah.
To play Rubik, and there wasn't really anything too great to steal that game.
Right.
Like the best thing was, I don't even remember the first one, but there wasn't really anything too great.
Yeah.
The second game, however, it was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like we had a Morphling
You had a big play with
against a Witch Doctor.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you stole the Death Ward, right?
Yeah, I telekinesed him, stole the Death Ward, and then turned it around on him.
That's great.
It was pretty nice.
That's pretty impressive.
It was pretty nice.
It was a nice little play.
And then stole some stuff from Kunkka, set up
Yeah.
a torrent really well, and yeah, it was an okay game.
Okay. Yeah,
So
happy to hear that.
yeah, it was okay.
Quick note for the chat room:
Okay.
Cheeks is not here. He's flying back from Miami.
Yeah, he
lives this jet-setting lifestyle that
yeah,
I know nothing
He's a big
of.
deal from what I understand.
he's a big deal.
IRL,
Yeah, and we are not.
and we're here.
Yes, Jared. A couple more updates. I got a mechanical keyboard.
Yeah, we heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just now we definitely heard that.
Yeah. So I've got.
So tell me about what makes a mechanical keyboard good, besides being pretentious and having it make a lot of sound when you type.
Well, as you know, my goal in life is to be pretentious.
Right, the most pretentious person
Right.
I know.
But I really like the action on it. Like the
Okay.
keys, like the key presses are so much lighter,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
Does it feel more responsive? Is that?
yeah, like there's more. Like the key press is lighter. Like
Mhm.
you require less force to actuate it, but there's more. I feel like since there's like a like a bigger spring under there. I guess I don't know if I don't know. It just feels you have a little more resistance to it though.
Okay,
I don't know.
so it pushes down easier, but it bounces back easier.
Something
Or
like
better,
that.
or something.
I don't know.
But it sounds.
It's awesome.
It sounds a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll admit, I typed on it earlier. You had me type.
I
on
do
it, and
find
it does
myself.
feel.
Yeah, I do
does
find
feel
myself
nice.
hitting keys, accidental keys more often
Okay.
because they're easier to hit.
Hmm.
But I think
I
that's
think
something
that'd be
that'll.
bad for me then.
I think it's something that'll work itself out over time, though.
Yeah, because I am definitely not the world's strongest typer.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
I type incorrectly a lot. Like I hit
Do
the
you
wrong
remember?
button. So I'm very quick at hitting the backspace button because
Yeah.
I do it way too much.
Oh yeah. For those of you who don't know, Jared and I we went to school together.
We did. We went to high school together, and middle school, and elementary school,
Yes.
and
School.
school.
Do you remember in the 5th grade when we had to take keyboarding
Oh yeah, man.
in those?
Mr. Place, right?
No,
Was it Mr. I thought it was Mr. Place.
it was the dude that didn't he wind up being like a pedophile or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah. I remember listening to the Cars in his class
Yeah,
and playing those weird typing games or like the faster you type, the faster the car goes, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This would be my secret weapon in that class, Jared.
Okay.
I can just imagine some kid walking in being like, yo, I got a sweet keyboard, just throwing it down like, I'm going to win today.
Gonna make that car go.
Yeah. All right, so there's that. We've kind of
Yeah.
gotten off the beaten path
Well,
today.
that's nothing new.
Yeah. Jared, let's get into the news.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to let you take this one.
All right.
The Summit 2, Jared.
Yeah,
Let's
the
talk
Summit
about
2.
it.
We have a lot of things to talk about with the Summit 2. First off, we just want to give a little bit of an update about it. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
The 6 teams, originally first departure was they won the Southeast Asian division, but because of some visa issues, and couldn't quite make it there.
Well, Team Tinker stepped in for him, right?
Yep.
Wouldn't another Southeast Asian team step in for them?
Again, visa issues.
Oh.
So the second team, Invasion, also couldn't get visas and work time off work in time to get there.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it kind of stinks. But Team Tinker ended up stepping in, and Koikva couldn't make it because of school, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So Lotus stepped in for him, and that was
Yeah.
really interesting.
You know what? I used to be really, really down on Loda, but after seeing him in interviews and stuff, like, he actually seems like a really nice,
Yeah, dude's down to earth
genuine, down to
sure.
earth, mature guy.
for sure.
So
Well, one of the elder
I'm
statesmen
yeah,
in
I
the
like him.
in the scene
one of the yes.
at like 24, I think he is, or something. 25.
No, I think he's like, I think he's like Ben's age, isn't he?
No.
He's
He's
an
not older
old
than
guy.
Fear. He's not older than Fear, and Fear is your age.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I gotta hand it to Loda. I like the guy, and I'm happy Team Tinker was there. They're one of my favorite teams out there.
Had a terrible showing though.
It was a little rough for
Yeah.
them.
They and Not Today are sharing the 5th, 6th out of the 6 teams.
Conversely, I think Not Today had a great showing.
It took them a day to figure it out because we were with.
We were joking about why they were doing so bad day one, and it's because they're used to playing in South America with 200 plus ping,
Right.
and when they come to a LAN event,
Their first ever LAN event, by the way.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, for sure, like their first major LAN, and
they're playing,
everything runs so smoothly.
Yeah,
at least
they're
as far as
playing
ping
with
goes.
60 or 80 ping as
Yeah.
opposed to 200.
Yeah, it's like training on the moon and coming back here training. I don't know.
Brain, how do I turn this on?
It's like weight
Okay.
training. There's the power button on the
thanks.
side. There you go.
I don't know how to work technology.
Yeah, that was a bad metaphor, but anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, they
It's
were
incredible.
they were fun to watch.
Yeah,
They brought some different stuff, and it was interesting.
they took some matches off of some of the more major teams.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
So-
know who they beat, but I know that they had some major upsets.
I think Tinker.
Tinker.
And then they
That's not an upset.
no. And then they got 3-0'd by EG in the first round.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's that.
But yeah, they had a decent showing.
Right.
Yeah. So and then surprisingly, in the finals today coming up is going to be Cloud9 and Vici,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Cloud9 got the redemption vote.
And ended up they're gonna get either first or second place, most likely second because it's Cloud9, and that's what they do. They get second
Yeah.
places.
Right.
So, which is really impressive.
Oh no, I'm sorry, you got second place.
Again,
Yeah.
for the 4th time.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But they weren't even going to be here, and they got voted in.
They got voted in,
by the fans.
which I think is a really interesting mechanic that they did this time around.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah.
And anytime they win, there's Aladdin and Jasmine on the carpet that flies across the screen.
Right. Yeah, they did like some weird video.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they made it or somebody else did, but
It's based off of the Aladdin Super Nintendo game.
yeah, exactly.
Did you ever play that, by the way?
It was pretty fun.
It's a good game.
All right.
It's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, for sure.
But the first time I saw this, I was like, Jared, what is going on? Like, what's Aladdin doing here? And you're like, I think it's a redemption vote thing.
Yeah, it was something that they did. It was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that means EG and Secret are currently playing for the third and fourth place, and Secret was up 2-0 and absolutely demolishing in Game 3. So I'm assuming they're going to get third place. So
The skill disparity is looking a little bit like the We Like Dota League.
a little bit,
Yeah.
but I tell you what, can we talk about how disappointing EG was in this tourney?
They did not have a good showing.
They really didn't.
Yeah.
First off, they have their normal first day LAN problems, losing every game.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, no, they're going to bounce back. This is just how it always is with them, but they never did.
Yeah, they did not look great. Fear did. Fear looked great this
Yeah, he
tourney.
played really well. I think to some degree, if I'm being honest, I think Universe was kind of off.
I think so too.
And he is
The linchpin of that team, I think.
He really is.
Fear is solid. Arteezy is what he is. I mean, he's a bro carry.
A bro carry.
So
I don't know. He plays puck a lot. That's not a bro carry.
Arteezy?
Oh, Arteezy. I thought you said
no,
Fear.
no, Fear.
Okay.
I said Fear's very solid and consistent.
Oh yeah, Arteezy is a bro carry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and then yeah, Universe makes plays, man. Normally.
He's such a good player.
Yeah.
Normally.
So yeah, he was definitely off this game.
Yeah.
But he and Zai both.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little disappointing for EG. But again, they're gonna get fourth place, coming off another LAN that they just finished. So
That they won.
yeah, exactly. So kind of interesting.
Star Ladder, right?
That was DreamHack.
DreamHack. Right, DreamHack. They won Star Ladder too, though, didn't they?
Did they win Star Ladder?
I'm pretty sure they did.
I thought. Hell if I remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cloud9 got second though. I'm pretty sure.
I would certainly hope so.
So let's talk about what the summit was like, because it was similar to the first one, but I think it's worth mentioning again. Kind of the relaxed style that they have.
Yeah.
So tell us about what makes this land different than some other lands, Brian.
Yeah, well, they fly everyone out to the BTS house.
Right.
The Beyond the Summit crew, they kind of live and do their broadcasting in a house in LA. And the 6 teams, they fly them all out, and they don't stay on site.
No, they have a hotel or something.
Yeah, they have a hotel or whatever. But all the matches are played there, and you see people walking around and playing games, and just kind of hanging out. And it's definitely much more casual and a lot more fun. The players are allowed to they cast some of the matches, which is I love that.
That is, I think, my favorite part about this.
Yeah.
Is you can really get some interesting insight from players.
Yeah.
Notably, I think the most interesting ones are Fear. That dude.
And he's even just good at casting.
Totally, yeah.
Like sometimes the players are on, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is good for analysis, but I don't think right. I don't think I'd want to listen to this, in a professional, in like a legit tournament or whatever.
Exactly. But he and Owie, I love listening to Owie too.
Yeah.
That dude just knows the game, man.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but him
and Bulba, like,
good lord, yeah, Bulba.
Listening to Bulba just being like, yeah, they're gonna pick Drow Ranger now, or yeah, they're gonna pick Venge now, and he's right, like every single time.
It's crazy.
Like he can just call out, like he just knows what's going on.
Yeah, he know. Well, that's exactly it, and he knows the other teams really well too.
Right.
So, for sure, I think is my favorite part of this summit.
Yeah.
Is just the interaction and everything. The relaxed atmosphere, I
Yeah.
think, is something that some people don't like, which is whatever.
Well, don't watch it then.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
They want to make something different and not just like every other.
But it's one of the biggest tournaments of the year, which is
it's becoming. Yeah,
which
and
is
it's only the
wild.
second one.
$300,000 prize pool,
Yeah, so
which is pretty cool.
well, they had a nice package
They had a very nice package, Jared.
for sure.
Yes.
Dusky the Husky.
Dusky the Husky
Those
and
terrible looking wards.
are those the one? No, I like those.
Oh, you're serious?
With like the talons?
Yeah, those are so stupid.
No, they're so cool. I like them.
No way, man.
They look like something on top of a mountain.
Yeah, I'm not a
Oh,
fan.
no, I love it.
Not a fan.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
And then they also did the treasure chests,
Mhm.
which I bought one.
You got the Wraith King
Might
set,
buy
right?
another one. Yeah.
That's a nice Wraith King
Yeah,
set.
I like it.
Yeah.
And well, something that's really cool is they have like a players lounge set up where they have like games running and everything. And if there's a pause, that it's brilliant. They just switch to everyone playing games.
Totally.
And it's great because like they had like a pause where they were trying to figure out some tech issues, which we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Pyrian was casting, and he just starts doing
Play by play
for the game that they were playing. By the way, we like Dota. I'm just gonna flat out say it. We are ahead of the meta because they were playing Gang Beasts, a game that executive senior producer of the show Cheeks of Flappin' recommended
that we all
several weeks ago.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying
we are ahead of the
ahead of the meta. Mm-hmm. So it's very entertaining during breaks and pauses and stuff, to see them switch to that.
So yeah. Speaking of the tech issues, what were some of the issues that were going on here? Because this was something that a lot of people complained about like crazy, which I mean, it's Dota 2, so you're going to have complainers up the wazoo. It's just comes with the territory.
Yeah. Anything on the internet.
Which is something, which is something that we try to stay away from.
Yes.
We try to be the noob friendly.
Yeah, we have some cases here and there where we make an obsession or an exception, and we get a little curmudgeonly, but it's okay.
Well, Ben's not here, so it can't be too curmudgeonly.
Right.
But
yeah, they did have
a lot
of tech issues.
Yeah, especially first day.
Yeah, first day is understandable, and it actually kind of turned into a funny meme in Twitch with the beeping.
Yeah, it sounded like somebody just like had a watch or something. Yeah, and it would just like beep every 15 minutes or something.
So there was just a little beep that would go off like every 10 minutes or something.
It sounded like
that.
a Timex watch.
Yeah,
That's
it really did.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then the chat room would say, "Hey beep," and then they'd show like the like the flipping tables type ASCII thing. Mm-hmm. They'd do one with a dude with his finger up.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny actually.
Yeah,
and then like just a lot of PC crashes and stuff. It seemed.
Yeah, it seemed like they had a lot of PC issues.
Which they have a sponsor who like loans them some PCs. So
right.
Who knows what kind of shape those show up in? And
right. I mean, it's what it is. And the thing is, they're doing everything out of a house. So I'm assuming that they have some sort of business internet connection.
Yeah.
But you have so much in and out, like.
The internet went down a couple times in the house, I believe.
Yeah.
And the stream went out a couple times.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know this for fact, but I did see potentially. It sounds like for some reason, a Twitch employee reported the BTS stream, and that just when a Twitch employee does it, it automatically goes down.
Interesting.
I saw something about it on Twitter or Reddit or something like that, and I don't know if they were just joking around about that or if that's what actually happened. But
well, not only that, but I mean,
regardless, that's really weird.
They have 6 or 7 streams that were coming out of the house at the same time.
Yeah, because there's the main stream, the ones for each of the rooms that the players play in, and then like one for the players lounge.
The players lounge plus the Star Ladder guys were there.
Right,
Valat was there.
Yes, that's right.
Casting from there, and I think they had somebody else as well. There's another one going.
Yeah.
So I think they had 6 streams coming out of there at the same time.
That's crazy.
So I mean, that's gonna tax anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm sure that they had all the ISP issues worked out prior, hopefully. But I mean, you can't.
And you can only do so much.
Exactly. So
yeah.
I mean, people want to complain, they can complain, but overall, I love the tournament.
Oh, it's been so much fun. I always look forward to it, and I always buy the compendium and all that. And
definitely support them.
I buy the treasure chest, and I think I'm probably going to buy another one.
Do it, man.
Just for funsies.
Do it.
The video production has been really good. They've had
I tell you what,
awesome little videos that they play in between matches and stuff.
And
really
their graphics,
pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're really well done.
Yeah,
really well done.
Yeah, they have like logos that kind of flash up when a team wins and all that. And look, they're eating Star Ladder and ESL's lunch when it comes to that type of stuff.
The in-game production.
Yeah.
I wish that they would bring back their team fight recap that they had during their last summit. Do you remember that thing?
Yeah, it was nice. It was a little easier to read.
Do you remember the hexagons that they had too?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I forgot all about those.
Those hexagons were legit, man.
Yeah, I liked them.
I wish they would bring those things back.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Wonder why they got rid of that.
I think it was just a lot of work.
Probably.
And I mean, you have to keep that updated constantly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. It does seem like things are a little more, a little tighter than they were last year.
Which makes sense. I mean, it's the second time around.
Yeah. Did they have any hot tub interviews this year?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think
Okay.
they had a hot tub this year.
And they didn't have the grill.
No
this
grill
year.
this year.
I
Many grills, but no grill.
Right. I just liked watching Twitch chat when they would show the grill.
Yeah, the outside propane grill.
God, so many good jokes.
Throw the meat on the grill.
Yeah. Gosh. So good.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What else, Jared?
That was pretty much all I had.
Okay.
Oh, the other thing was, what do you think about the style that they did this year? It's a little different. They did a single elimination after the seeding of the
for
round
the
robin
format?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They did a best of 5 every series. What do you think about that, Brian?
I'm okay with it, I think. It's a lot. They do 2 BO5s in one day, which is a lot.
Well, it's 10 games potentially, which yesterday it was 10 games.
Yeah. So that's
a lot.
that's a full day of casting, which I guess isn't too bad.
Yeah. In the round robin, they did 7 and 8 games, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah,
then they had potential tiebreakers. But
I'm
they didn't
fine
have
with
any
it.
this
They're
year.
doing you can't really do. I think if they did double elimination for only having 6 teams there, it would be a little weird. So it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense to do single elimination,
especially
best of 5.
in a 4-day thing. We've talked about this when we've talked about ESL in the past.
Yeah.
How I really don't like the single elimination in general,
Yeah.
but doing the best of 5s,
It kind of balances that.
I
out.
agree
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
I like it. It's a lot, and I'm curious to see how the players react to it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I think you always hear about how much the players like the tournament and everything just because it's so relaxed and you can have fun and it doesn't have to be. I mean, it's try hard and you want to win. Obviously, there's money on the line.
Absolutely, there's money. Yeah, but
But it looks like everyone's having a lot of fun, which is
So, yeah.
cool.
so yeah, we're gonna watch afterwards.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the finals.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we should we'll discuss about doing something. Keep posted on Twitter.
Yes.
Maybe
We'll
do something.
do something. Question mark.
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean, but we'll do something.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
All right. So next up we have Navi US disbanded.
Yes.
Who did not see this coming?
Anyone?
Nope. Everyone.
Everyone.
So yeah, kind of feel bad for the Navi organization as a whole. They're kind of in shambles right now, as far as Dota 2 goes.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of bring it on themselves, though.
Well, yeah, signing this team, they definitely did.
Mhm.
I mean, you're signing Snaking.
Right.
That guy's a douche.
Well, they signed him like it was actually during the international, wasn't it?
It was like right before the international started.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't remember
It was,
if
it was after the whatever thing.
qualifiers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I don't know. It seemed like kind of a rush thing, and then post TI, they were kind of
Well, yeah. I mean, Brax and 1437 left, and once that happened, I think they were
yeah.
destined.
Because Brax is playing for Sna, or he's been playing for Sna lately.
Right.
Which, if you're leaving Navi to go play for Sna, that says a lot.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, that's gross.
But yeah,
No surprise.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the team anyway.
For
so.
sure.
And speaking of Navi US, Fogged stood in for Not Today
Exactly. That's the next point I was going to say,
at the summit.
which was a lot of fun. Again, he's another guy that's super smart and knows what's going on.
Mhm.
I like that guy a lot.
Yeah, he's good.
Which, luckily, from what I understand, he does speak a little Spanish, so he was able to communicate with the
okay.
team, which was a bit of a problem
yeah.
because, like, Smash doesn't speak any English, from what I understand.
This coffee's so
It's
bad.
really
Jared.
bad. As it's getting cold, it's
bad.
getting worse.
It's bad.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that was kind of fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So, finally, Brian, it has happened.
What has happened, Jared?
YouPorn officially signed a team.
Yes.
After months
of speculation.
They signed some Spanish team that nobody's ever heard of.
Right.
Play to win.
Yeah. Is this all they could afford? Well, they got all that porn money. You think they'd be able to
Sign somebody.
sign somebody who matters?
I think we talked about this earlier, and I think the biggest issue was a major team doesn't want to sign with them specifically.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance that tournament sponsors may not allow them to play.
Right.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, legitimately. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, it's the target demographic for sure.
Well, yeah, no, that is true. That is true. So.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's fine. If YouPorn wants to throw money into the scene, God bless them.
Right.
I'm a little weird on porn. Makes me feel a little weird.
Yeah, let's not get into that conversation.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that a company and organization that really has a similar demographic but nowhere near the same kind of umbrella
Yeah.
is getting into it. So I'm curious to see like other.
Yeah. No, I can see it making sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of the first major sponsor teams that aren't like graphics card manufacturers.
It's not Nvidia.
Or right. Or Logitech trying to sell their mice. Right. Yeah.
Or HyperX, which sponsors
Everyone.
76 teams.
Yeah.
So
this just in, we're sponsored by HyperX. We're not.
No. Also, this MLG joined Dota thing.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about what's going on with that, Brian.
This has the potential to be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah,
There's a
for sure.
multi-season league, or
I'll read.
do we call it a league?
I'll read the statement
That's formed
here
up?
that
Yeah,
I have.
that's fine.
MLG and Join Dota will be working on incorporating MLG Pro Points into the current Join Dota League system, which will allow teams from across the board a chance to earn points, which will contribute to qualification for the World Championship. Yeah. More details on the qualifying tournaments and the MLG Pro Point system will be released in the near future. So they're going to do like a World Championship, which is interesting because you also have the international.
Right. But it seems like it's a much more
kind of
long-term.
So this
thing.
is similar to what we've talked about in the past.
Yeah. Except all MLG.
Right.
Yeah, it's all under the MLG umbrella.
Right.
And will be on exclusively MLG.TV.
Ugh.
I know. So that's tough for mobile.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they work around something to get it easier to watch MLG stuff on mobile.
Just give us an app. That's all that I want.
Yeah, seriously.
Just give us an app.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am really excited for this. I am excited to see what comes out of it. I'm not a big fan of MLG. It seems like everything they do is a little heavy-handed.
Okay.
It doesn't have they're not as like ESL. I feel like ESL is just so
super classy.
Yeah.
Well, they're European.
Right. MLG is just like very dude bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drinking Monster.
Yes, and Mountain Dew.
Right.
And giving people chocolate covered pretzels by girls in little shorty shorts. Yes. Bustiers. Here's what I'm most excited about, Jared.
What's
hopefully Columbus will be a big part of this.
Yeah, because they have the MLG like training ground or something there, right?
No, it's like their like broadcast facility.
Oh, shut your mouth! Really?
It's like where they're doing like a bunch of competitive stuff there.
Interesting.
So I'm hoping Columbus is a big part of this. I think it'll probably still be like a nationwide thing. They'll do different locations.
Well, yeah, no doubt. And with Join Dota being like the kind of co-sponsor, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they'll have a large hand in the actual production.
So, yeah, if it comes to Columbus, maybe we'll do a little We Like Dota meetup.
Heck yeah, we will.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I'd do it.
It'd be a fun time.
All day.
Yeah, all day.
All day, son.
And, yeah, so that's that.
Yeah. So I'm just interested to see if they branch out and try to get other tournaments to potentially do this point system with them, other than like MLG tournaments and Join Dota League tournaments.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't see it really panning out, but
I don't either. But
weirder things have happened.
Yeah.
I do really like the idea of one big, long, continuous kind of storyline to follow, though.
Right, yeah.
Where it's not just, Star Ladder, where there's
16 weeks of
16 weeks of like 15 games a day that you can't keep up with, and
yeah,
yeah.
it's intense.
All right,
So the last little thing I wanted to mention was the new South Park episode.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Now, I have not seen this. I've only heard your story, but recap it for us, and I wanna respond.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we've talked about it on this show or not, but I feel like this current season, the coffee's bad. I know.
So bad.
This current season of South Park is just nailing it. It's so funny.
Well, is Hater basically it now?
I'm not sure. I sure hope so, because he knows what's going on.
He's good.
Yeah. So yeah, this week's episode of South Park was called #Rehash.
Okay.
And it starts out with Stan buying the new copy of Call of Duty.
All right.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes home and he wants to play it with Ike, his adopted Canadian brother.
Who's 4, right?
Yes. And all Ike wants to do is just watch a streamer online play the game and talk about it instead of actually play the game.
All right.
And so Stan gets all upset because he's saying all it is just a rehash of the game. Why wouldn't you just play the game instead of watching it?
Interesting.
Which
Okay.
this is the same kind of argument that Ben makes.
Absolutely.
Ben
This is
gets
true.
all crotchety about this.
Yeah.
And basically, I mean, they didn't really have like a well-reasoned argument for
Why to do one or the other?
why to do one or the other, but they were just kind of poking fun at both sides, to be honest.
Well,
which is
it's South Park.
typical.
That's the way they do.
They make fun of everyone,
Yeah, equally,
and so
mostly equally.
So next thing you know, Cartman finds out that
Jews a little more.
that these people on YouTube make tons of money,
Right.
and so of course he makes his own endeavor.
Yeah.
Starts his own channel called Cartman Bra.
Perfect. Okay.
And starts doing commentary of Stan, Kyle, and Kenny complaining about it, complaining about streamers, and it's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so highly recommend it.
Oh yeah, man. I really need to get back into that.
Yeah, it's good. You can watch them on Hulu, Hulu.com, or on your Hulu app on your tablet for free.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not super relevant to We Like Dota or anything like that, but
kinda.
it's. It's.
I mean, people listen to us instead of playing the game when they could just be playing the game.
Yeah, God bless them. I don't
Yeah.
know
So,
why they'd want to do that.
I mean, some people obviously listen, when they're like driving, so they couldn't be playing the game. Then.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they do kind of go a little bit into how it's now like a just the changing field of to some degrees journalism,
Okay.
games journalism, and how entertainment works now.
Right. Yeah.
YouTube plays a big part of that. Streaming plays a big part of that. So
For sure.
yeah, it's interesting.
I would agree.
All right, Jared, let's move on to the hero of the week.
Please, Brian. Let's move into the hero of the week.
Hero of the week is Tidehunter,
Tidehunter.
which you are a big fan of.
I love
Yeah.
Tidehunter, man.
So, Jared, what kind of role does Tidehunter play?
Yeah, you can really see him. I think he excels most in a solo lane of any sort.
Yeah.
He's a dude that can really. He's hard to kill,
Super hard to kill.
which is why he's suited, I think, for a solo lane. Yeah, the coffee is really bad.
Coffee's real bad. Not having that anymore.
I'm gonna probably drink a little bit more. It's gonna be terrible.
I probably will too.
Yeah. But yeah, getting the solo experience and a little bit of early gold is really what you want for Tide.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of times it's pretty popular to put him in a solo lane, either in the off lane or I've seen him safe lane sometimes.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you aggro try,
Yeah.
you aggressive try lane, you're off lane,
And then
you throw
like
him in the safe lane. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
right, yeah. And then once he gets level 6, he'll start rotating
Oh god, yeah.
and start ganking or pushing
Well,
or team fighting or
Once
whatever.
he gets a blink dagger in level 6,
Right. That's true. I'll give you that. So yeah, lane, basically anywhere but mid. But
you can mid him. You can
I
mid
was
with
just
him.
gonna say.
You can mid with him.
I was just gonna say I've seen you mid with him to,
The only
not success, but to not losing.
right. And again, it's the same kind of idea. If you're going against a melee hero, really, that's where you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Because because he just can go up, anchor smash the other guy. He's going to have a hard time last hitting. We'll get into his abilities, but yeah.
Yeah.
And
because a lot of
yeah,
times
you just grab a bottle, and it's going to help you sustain then mid lane.
Right.
It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have a good time.
Because a lot of time in these lanes with Tidehunter, especially if you're solo, you're not looking to win the lane. And
Right. You're looking
sometimes
to
it's
not lose the lane.
Yes. Sometimes it's not possible to win the lane.
That's true, especially off lane when you have aggressive supports against you.
Yeah.
And they're zoning you out real hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You're just looking to get XP.
Yeah. Any way you can.
All right. So let's talk about his spells here. If I can pull up the here, the Dota 2 wiki. I forgot to pull it up.
Yes. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
So he's a melee strength hero, which is
up my alley. It's my wheelhouse.
That's your jam. Okay, his Q is called Gush. This would be A for you,
yes.
Jared. By the way, my new keyboard, Jared, it came with 4 red keycaps that I can switch out, so I can put them on my QWER or my WASD.
Interesting.
I would like to point out that the We Like Dota Twitch chat room is now popular enough that we have spammers.
Oh, that's nice.
So there we go.
Hey, welcome, spammers.
But I am going to go ahead and ban them real quick.
That's fine.
So there we go. Okay, so
welcome, spammer.
Back to Tidehunter.
Yep.
His Q is called Gush. Summons a gush of water to damage an enemy unit, reducing their movement speed and armor. Oh, I didn't realize there was an armor reduction in here.
Yeah, it's good.
Coffee's bad. The damage is 110, 160, 210, and 260.
Pretty good.
That's not bad. The armor reduction is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Movement speed slow is 40% across the board. Duration is 4 across the board. And the cooldown is 12 seconds.
Yeah. So this is has a pretty good range, right? What was the range?
700.
Yeah, decent range.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
The Gush projectile travels at a speed of 4,000 and can be disjointed.
Yeah, but it's going at 4,000.
That's going to be tough to dodge.
Yeah. Good luck, man, to dodging that.
Yeah. So I feel like this is a thing where you kind of get a value point in the early game.
Potentially.
Depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Depending on what your draft strategy is.
Depending on how much experience you're actually getting.
Yeah.
Because like I said, a value point is very strong, especially if you're trying to gank. Being able to have that catch ability.
Yeah.
Is really good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, his other 2 spells, early game, really good.
Really good. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on. His W is called Kraken Shell, which is a passive. Creates a thick armor shell that reduces physical damage and removes negative buffs when damage received reaches a critical threshold. Kraken Shell does not stack with items that provide damage block, a.k.a. shields.
Stout shield.
Yeah. So the damage block is 10, 20, 30, and 40. The damage threshold for the negative buff removal to kick in is 600, 550, 500, and 450. The threshold reset timer is 6 seconds. Oh, that's kind of nice.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. So, I kind of feel like this is one of the abilities that just gives him so much sustainability.
Oh, good lord, yeah.
It's what makes him a solo laner.
Yeah.
Really well.
I mean, you get 2 points in this, and you're taking almost no damage from creeps anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, really. It's crazy.
Well, because at level 2, it blocks 20 damage.
Right. So it's similar to a stout shield.
Yeah.
But then you're also going to be spamming your what is that? Your E.
Anchor Smash.
Yeah, which we'll get to in just a second. And it's legit.
Yeah. Okay. As Jared said, his Anchor Smash is E. Tidehunter swings his mighty anchor to damage nearby enemies and reduce their base attack damage. The radius is 400, damage is 75, 125, 175, 225, and the attack the attack damage reduction is 45, 50, 55, and 60.
This thing is legit.
That's a lot.
This thing is
60%
legit.
damage reduction at level 4.
Yeah.
It's
percentage, so it scales incredibly well late game.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's even good in the late game.
Yeah.
Is that base armor damage or base attack damage?
Yes,
or is that
it's
okay?
Base.
So if you buy items,
it doesn't count to that, but it counts your base. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's still pretty good too.
Yeah, or if you're playing Terrorblade, it's great.
Right.
But yeah, so basically, you get like I think 3 levels in this, or 2 levels in this, and 2 levels in Kraken Shell, and you can go and do Ancients and take almost no damage.
Yeah.
It takes a long time.
You can jungle really well with this.
Yeah.
Because the cooldown is 4 seconds.
Yeah, so I mean, the cooldown's 4 seconds, and the duration is 6, right?
Yes. Right.
So just think about that.
For sure.
But yeah, it's so nice. You can really catch up on farm using this, and that's why we're saying if you can just get experience, you can get that level 4. You can go and do Ancients. You can go and do, jungle, and it's great.
You can do a lot, Jared.
You can do a lot.
And his ultimate is called Ravage.
Oh yeah,
Which this is kind of his signature ability.
for sure.
Slams the ground, causing tentacles to erupt in all directions,
It looks
damaging and stunning all nearby enemy units. It does indeed look gross. The radius is 1,025. The damage is 200, 325, and 450. I had no idea it did that much damage.
It does a good amount of damage.
That's not bad. The stun duration is 2.02 seconds, 2.32 seconds, and 2.77 seconds.
Yeah, so the stun duration doesn't scale incredibly well. The damage does okay. And what really kind of makes it almost hard to level up past the first level of it,
Yeah.
what's the mana cost on it, Brian?
Mana cost is 150, 225, and 325.
Good lord.
Ugh.
Yeah, and this is a guy that has a little bit of mana problems.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about like his the way that you skill build him, sometimes at level 11 it doesn't make sense to get a second level
Right.
in your Ravage.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that.
Especially if you build like a mech. Now that it costs 225 mana as well,
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be hurting for a mana pool
Right.
for sure.
Yeah. So you kind of pick him. I mean, you basically pick him for the Ravage, right?
Mostly, yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't pick him for anything
Counter
else.
initiation is what you're looking for
Yeah.
with Tidehunter.
Yeah.
And that's why we'll get into his items now here.
Yeah, and his items, you have written down here Tango's Stout Shield, Bracer,
I
Bottle,
do?
and Boots.
That doesn't make any sense. I must have forgot to change it from last time.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want a Stout Shield.
Yeah, Stout Shield doesn't make
Unless-
much sense on him.
I don't see.
Yeah, I must have just forgot to change
It's
it.
not under the recommended items list. Yeah, you probably just forgot to change it.
Yep, that's
Anywho,
fair.
the normal stuff. Sometimes you see a support Tidehunter, so buy support items if needed.
Yeah, which that's kind of hard, but
What kind of boots do you like to see on Tidehunter?
Arcanes.
I agree.
It's going to give you more of a mana pool in general, and
Right.
then also the mana sustain.
Yeah, because you're not doing too much if you don't have mana on Tidehunter.
It's rough, especially if you're spamming that Anchor Smash.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't cost much mana, but every 4 seconds, I mean, it gets a little rough.
Yeah. And let's see, what else? You have Blink Dagger written down.
You
of
got to have a
course.
blink, man.
Yeah.
You got to have a blink with Tidehunter.
Yeah.
He's so much more effective when you have it,
Oh, yeah.
because you can just kind of hide a little bit, blink out, ravage, surprise everybody,
Win.
win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and those are, like, if you can get those off, they're so much fun.
Very satisfying.
Yeah.
Very satisfying.
Force Staff.
I like Force Staff on him for 2 reasons. One, mobility again. You can get in there if your Blink Dagger's on cooldown or something, or you get hit and you can't blink. The Force Staff allows you to get in there anyway. Plus, then you're going to have a bigger mana pool again.
Right.
That's going to just really help you out.
I still prefer, if you can swing it, if you have the gold, I still prefer Blink Dagger to Force Staff.
I'm saying get both.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think that would be fine.
Yeah.
But
Blink, then Force.
The thing that I like about Blink Dagger instead of Force Staff, though, is that Blink Dagger is way more precise.
I would agree.
You know, because with Force Staff, you just use it, and then you're moving
400 units or whatever it is, 700 units.
Yeah, with Blink Dagger, you just click,
And you look really weird when you're doing it.
and you go, make that
and you
weird
blow
sound.
up trees.
Right.
I think it's kind of satisfying.
Yeah. I agree with you, though. I think that's a decent item. Refresher Orb as well.
Yeah.
So you can ravage, refresh, ravage.
Right, and that's again what I'm talking about with this mana pool. If you try to build up that mana pool so you can, because I think a refresher is like 300 mana or something like that.
Yeah.
So you think about how much mana you're actually going to be spending to go in, ravage, refresh, ravage.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at like 750 mana or something like that. I'm just guessing off the top of my head, but
Did you see at the summit that Eternal Envy was buying refresher on Faceless Void quite often?
it's not surprising. It's Eternal Envy.
It's a good item though. Like he had a lot of
Refresher's
lockdown
legit.
with it. Yeah.
Refresher's legit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, situational items. You have listed Shivas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of Shivas,
Yeah.
as you know. I do like Shivas quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mechanism,
If it makes sense.
Pipe of Insight,
Yep.
also if it makes sense.
Yeah.
But the thing that I really do like about Tidehunter a lot is that you can do a lot with not a ton of farm,
Agreed.
and it's easy to catch up with him too.
Yes.
You know, you can just go into the jungle
Yeah.
and just, you know, you have
All of a
Kraken
sudden-
Shell and Anchor Smash. And
All of a sudden, in 5 minutes, you have a Blink Dagger.
Right.
And you had no farm prior, you know, and it's pretty good.
yeah, I like it quite a bit. So there's Tidehunter. Jared, recommend or do not recommend Tidehunter?
I absolutely recommend.
Okay. Let's see here. I gotta queue up this down, Jared.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why don't you queue up? Well, Brian, how do you recommend?
I give it one of these.
I got time for that.
I like Tidehunter.
Okay.
We'll give.
Yeah, these are definitely a buy.
Yeah,
we
I
gotta
thought-
give it that. Too.
I thought that was your
it is. I just I like to have.
yeah.
I like to have that.
options. Right.
Yeah.
Understood. Pantsless Void keeps falling.
Oh, poor Pants Void. Yeah, Tidehunter, good hero. Pick him.
Very
Draft
good.
Him.
Very
We've
good.
seen a lot of him lately too.
He's definitely in the meta, that's for sure. I think it's because of the counter initiation.
The counter initiation helped, and I think that patch where they took the mana cost off of Blink Dagger helped him.
Oh god, yeah, him and
as well.
Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, for sure.
All right, Jared, let's move on to the item of the week.
All right, Brian, let's move on to the item of the week.
Mechanism is the item of the week.
Mekansm.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if Valve would want us to pronounce it the right way, it would be Mekansm.
Mechanism.
Yes.
Mechanism.
So this
Ism.
is a
Nism.
pretty
Nism.
pretty common item.
Yeah.
Has an active ability on it called Restore, which we'll get back to later, and it also has the Mechanism Aura.
Mm-hmm.
Gives the user +5 strength, agility, intelligence, and +5 armor. Oh, it's +5 armor.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 2.
No, it's 5.
Oh, that's pretty good. So the aura, it gives, and this table isn't displaying correctly, Jared.
Well,
see here.
it's a copy and paste.
Yeah. Hold on, folks. Jared, entertain the crowd while I go to while I go to the Dota 2 wiki page.
Okay. Mechanism is something that most times you're going to see on pretty much every team, I would say.
Yeah,
More or
it's-
less.
It's not. It's. I don't think it used. Or what am I trying to say?
It used to be, I think, a lot more than it is now, and I think that's
Yes.
because of the mana cost increase.
Thank you.
I definitely agree with that. It's definitely harder. I think less heroes can use it effectively now.
Yeah.
Because I think it was 150 mana and it's now 225 or something like that. It was quite a bit of an increase.
It's now 225. Yeah.
yeah.
So the aura on this gives bonus HP regen in an area.
Aurelia?
The bonus health regeneration is 4 in a
That's
750
legit.
aura. Yeah. The aura stacks fully with the aura gained from headdress and pipe of insight.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, this costs $2,300.
So a pretty gold coin, cost efficient item in my opinion. It's not crazy expensive. And what's really
Yeah.
nice about Mechanism is it's built from a lot of really small parts.
Right.
So the
you
build up
can-
on this makes a lot of sense.
You can build this in parts and pieces very easily.
Yeah.
And the reason that you buy this is for the restore ability.
For sure.
Heals 250 HP and gives +2 armor in an area. Why am I saying that wrong?
Aura.
The duration is 25 seconds. The cooldown is 45 seconds and costs 225, which is a lot of mana.
That is a lot of mana, man.
So plus 250 HP. Yeah, I feel like a lot of times in the kind of early mid game,
Mm-hmm.
we have had times where it's like, okay, our mech's up. Let's go fight right now because
Yeah.
we can win because we
Yeah.
have a mech.
Yeah. And if you're 5 manning and you get everybody inside that inside the area, aura,
Whatever it is.
the bonus armor is great, and then the restore is great. I mean, because
Yeah.
that's an extra 1,250 hit points for your team.
Yeah, it's nice. If you have a mech and you see the other team doesn't, go ahead and try and force a fight if you think that you're
There's definitely an advantage
somewhat
to
ahead.
be gained.
Yeah,
For sure. For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
But then again, always double check and make sure that other team members don't have one on your team. You don't want to be buying more than one if you can help it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing to have multiple, but the aura does not stack,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons that you get it.
Yeah.
It's not just for the restore.
Right. The healing does not affect any units that have been healed by restore in the last 25 seconds.
Exactly.
So you can't
double
spam
mech.
it. Yeah. Okay. So 25 seconds, though, that's not...
Yeah, so are you thinking a double mech build would be...
No, I'm not thinking that. It would be bad. Because, I
I'm
mean,
going to build 4 mechs.
most team fights are over in that amount of time.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But, okay, yeah, so make sure you only buy one. Buying two is bad.
Mostly bad.
Mostly bad. All right, let's see. What else do we have here, Jared?
We have some Noob Ask Noobs questions since...
Yeah, we're gonna try and fly through these.
Okay, since our good friend Cheeks is not available.
Cheeks is not here. Hopefully he'll be back next week.
That's the story we're hearing.
The chat room is dead. He's single-handedly keeping that chat room alive. When
Seriously.
he's here.
No, that's truth.
Okay. All right. So here we go. This is from, I believe this is from OC Panda.
Okay.
You, the WLD podcasters and support team, have a tourney going on for captain's mode. Do you believe a captain's draft tourney would produce noob, no offense to any players in the current WLD league, level quality matches and still be fun for competitors at our level?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I am in. I am in 100%. I love Captain's Draft.
You do.
I really do.
I didn't think you did.
I do.
Okay. What is it that you like about captain's draft?
It's more challenging.
As our resident drafter.
It's so much more challenging.
I totally agree with you.
And it's hard for me to choose heroes sometimes when we have all, 100 available to us.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of make things a little bit easier in that regard.
It's like going to Walmart when you're hungry. It's like, I want everything.
I went to Walmart for the first time in like a year last week. I walked in and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I had forgotten how much stuff is in Walmart.
It's amazing.
There's a lot of stuff in Walmart.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like I always end up walking out with candy no matter what happens.
I love candy.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you think it would produce higher quality matches?
I don't know about that, but I think it'd be more fun.
Yeah.
I think it would even some playing field in some respect. So
Yeah. I think you have to have more knowledge, I think,
yeah,
to do captain's draft.
right. But you can't, like, I don't know. It seems like there's less planning that can go on with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because with captain's mode, you can make these great intricate strategies and all that.
Yeah.
But with captain's draft, it's just like you just kind of have to go with what you got.
Right. And you only have 3.5 minutes to decide, like, these heroes are what would make sense.
Yeah. I think as a player, as someone, if you're drafting for me, it's a little bit more rough because I have to be more versatile at more heroes.
Yeah, you do, Brian.
Which is what's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Next question, Brian.
I believe this comes from our friend Hoju Simpson.
Hey, Hoju.
Question for the fellas.
Yeah, that's right.
What is your dream wombo combo? If everything lined up as planned and you chained 5 perfectly executed ultimates,
sweet Jesus.
what hero skills would be involved? Can I take this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I was
We'll confer and
Yeah.
we'll discuss right here, right now, and we'll come with a 5. So
Okay.
go. You start.
So I was after watching this summit, I've kind of had a little bit of inspiration to try out a draft that I've discussed with you and with a friend of the show, Kyle Crimson Manring.
Right.
And I want to try a support Elder Titan and Vengeful Spirit
Okay.
because the synergy of those two together is just
The minus armor and
It's
the
great.
Vengeance aura.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so good. Okay.
well, the minus armor from Wave of Terror as well.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then do a core Drow Ranger
Okay.
with her what's her E passive, accuracy or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and then a Marana for me, of course. and then some sort of other carry, whether it be
It would have to be ranged.
ranged. I would think Viper. Viper would be number one, I think, in my book, because he
There's not
tanks
much
up.
wombo in that combo, though.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's a good.
I think you'd
there
want-
is a little. It's like passive wombo.
Yeah, exactly. I think that you'd want like maybe like a Weaver so that the Gemini could proc 2 times with that, I think.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I do like that Viper tanks up, or you could go with Dragon Knight, because you need someone kind of on the front lines there. There's nobody.
Yeah,
Elder
PT,
Titan's a little bit
yeah.
of that. Yeah. But that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
What about you? You seem a little disappointed.
I'm very disappointed in that
Oh,
answer,
come
Brian.
on. This
I'm
is-
incredibly disappointed.
Jared, you got to give it to me, though. This is like
This
the
is-
first time I've come up with a draft strategy.
That's true. No, if we're talking wombo combo, you have to A, include Faceless Void.
Right. Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Minimum.
Mandatory. So then you're looking into Witch Doctor, because that is just, yeah, there's so much Unreal synergy there
Yeah.
with putting the Death Ward in the middle of it. The other support that I would throw in there would be Disruptor, because you could throw a static field on top of everything,
Okay.
or static storm or whatever.
Static Storm, Kinetic Field.
Yep, exactly. So that you put that in after the Chronosphere's up,
Okay.
so
yeah.
that you lock down even more.
Yeah.
So then you also probably want a Gyrocopter for his call down.
For his oldness.
Yeah. So that's 4. So I mean, and then if we're talking just straight big team fight things,
You got to go Witch Doctor, right?
well, I already said Witch Doctor.
Oh, you did. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, your other one would probably have to be either Jakiro.
Lich?
Yeah, or Lich. By that time, everybody's probably dead.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
But probably Jakiro
All right.
with Ag, so that it's like as wide
Half
as the screen.
Yeah. I would like to point out, Last Talent is here in the chat room, pointing out all the things that we got correct
Hey,
about Mekansm. It's like I think he's trying to correct us, but I just want to say right here and now, we said all the correct things that he's saying, such as the active of Mech does not stack, which we had already
we did
called
say
out.
we did
Yeah.
say that.
And Mech Aura stacks with Headdress and Pipe.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
So yeah, we're
Hey, we
on
got something right.
We're on the road to getting something right, Jared. So yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be my wombo combo.
Okay.
Ideal team fight.
So you like to kind of center yours around Faceless Void.
I think if you're talking about a straight, like you're using the term wombo combo, you're thinking of these big ultimate or big time abilities.
Yeah.
You have to use Faceless.
What about Faceless Void, Tidehunter,
Okay,
Enigma, Witch Doctor, Lich?
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's much better than
We
a
should
Drow
try.
Ranger.
We
one.
should try it. Well, look, I'm just talking. Okay, fine, whatever. It is a little bit more wombo.
That was the
who the heck
question.
came up with wombo combo?
That
by
was
the
the
way?
question.
I
Brian.
know.
You have to answer the question.
I know. I understand. Who the heck came up with wombo combo?
I'm not entirely sure.
Anyway. All right. Well, we're at about an hour here, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and get out of here.
All right, let's wrap her up.
So I think Cheeks might be back next week.
That's the story we're hearing. I'm also hearing that Ben maybe.
We're never really sure until the Sunday
Yeah,
that we
that's true.
record whether Ben's going to be there or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and check out our Patreon. That's kind of our tip jar. It's even if you only have like $2 to throw our way monthly, it's a great way to just even say, I like what you guys are doing. I support you guys.
Totally.
Here's $2.
Yeah.
Helps with our hosting costs. Helps us keep the fans running in our computers and stuff. I don't
Sure,
know. Keep
yeah.
the lights on. So yeah, you can
The water cooler going.
Yes, you can find that at patreon.com/WeLikeDota or go to WeLikeDota.com and click on the link. Follow We Like Dota on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Twitch. We have ongoing We Like Dota League matches.
Yeah. Usually on Wednesdays and Fridays is what we try to do.
Yep.
But catch the Reddit page. WeLikeDota.reddit.com. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Hey, nailed it.
Yeah,
All right.
nailed it.
Yeah. So WeLikeDota.reddit.com to get the real schedule.
Yeah. That's all there. I think there's a match going on Thursday this week, by the way.
Oh, classic.
From admin Bunny. Bunny Data has told me that.
Very good.
By the way, speaking of Bunny, he's got some VODs up on YouTube. He's doing Bunny plays, various heroes and everything. pretty fun.
All right.
It's fun to watch him. So go ahead and check out
Entertaining.
his YouTube channel. Let's see. Jared, where can we find you online?
You can find my personal Twitter that is mostly inactive, plus 3,000 PLUS number 3,000. And also I attempt to do a little bit of We Like Dota gambling advice on
Yes.
We Like Dota bets.
You're the brains behind We Like Dota Bets.
Yes, that is the truth.
You can find me on Twitter at BYinger, BYINGER. What else do I say? I guess that's it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can throw some bones to Cheeks and Ben that aren't here.
Yeah, you can follow Ben on Twitter at Dota Yadneb.
Mm-hmm.
And Cheeks, I think it's just at Cheeks a Flappin'.
Cheeks flapping, I do believe.
And our theme music is by Michael Edwards of
Yeah.
the Flipping Tables podcast, which we are going to be on next week.
That is pretty exciting.
Next week at this time, we're immediately stepping into the Flipping Tables, the Flipping Tables podcast. It'll be
It's a
We Like
crossover.
Flipping Tables next week.
It's a crossover.
So we're doing a little crossover action and
Cross pollination.
yeah, I think we're gonna have him on some YouTube VODs or something like that, or heck, even just getting him on the show would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week. So Diddy mentioned the chat room says, "Is it over?"
We can only hope.
To Last Talon's credit, he does say, "I said them because I said it slightly before we said them."
Oh, okay.
So it's because of the delay.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
I got to give Last Talon credit. He's trying to
Make sure that
preemptively correct our mistakes,
which we appreciate.
we need
because,
it.
I always think of it. I know you're not a sports guy, but they
He's now saying, "Geez, they're on top of it today," because I called out the match on Thursday.
yeah. There's a show on ESPN called Around the Horn that they used to do like a
Okay.
or no, it was part of the interruption. It was on right after,
Okay.
but they had a guy on that did corrections afterwards.
Oh,
And
that's
always
great.
always what I think of when I think of what Last Talon does for us.
We should pull that in sometime.
Yeah.
We should do that somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do that, but that's or maybe get like a separate like that could be interesting, because there's some podcasts that I listen to where like they'll do like at the end, like they'll just do like user submitted segments. There'll be like 4 or 5 of them that are like 3 or 4 minutes long or whatever.
Yeah.
And just as bonus content or whatever. That'd be cool if we got him to like send in corrections from last week or something like that.
Retractions.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. That could be entertaining. All right, let's go watch the summit.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, we'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.
Have a good one.